What it is, what it was, and what it will be. What's up, everybody? My name is GJ16, and welcome back to my channel, where I talk about the Razorbacks mostly and some of the big things around the SEC. Today, I want to talk about Desi Sills, the way he left, and Ethan Henderson, the difference between the two. Let's get it.
50 up and 50 down, I be wearing everything. 20 on and 20 round, 24s on everything.
Today, I thought about it. I was looking at Twitter and some Instagram and some of the social media platforms, and I was looking at how the way Desi left. Now, I'm a big Desi Sills fan. The guy was, I like the way he played. Now, sometimes last year, granted, I felt like he should have shot the ball more when sometimes when they was passed the ball, he was open. And I can see how he probably felt like he wasn't respected when if you watch the tournament, sometime when he was on the floor and they were moving the ball around, sometimes the defenders left him, especially in that Baylor game I watched, the defender left him open, maybe on the corner or wing, and I thought maybe they could have swung the ball around to him and give him a chance to shoot the ball. He ain't that bad of a three-point shooter for them not to do that. But hey, maybe, I wasn't on the court, so I don't know how it was. It's just from the look of a fan. So I understand that. But the way you leave, Desi, from a fan's perspective, or I'm just going, not even from a fan's perspective, from anybody's perspective, when you leave a team, and I'm one in the locker room, I don't know what happened in the locker room or what made him speak out so vividly about the coaching staff. You just don't talk trash about your coaching staff and then leave. Left burning. You talking about burning the bridge, bro? And I was a fan. Granted, you no longer part of the. You still an Arkansas boy. I like that, but you no longer part of the Razorback family because you gone, man. You wearing a different jersey. That's just how I feel. Like I like players. I don't got nothing against some of these students and kids, but once you go to another team, you no longer a Razorback. You are part of that team. Matter of fact, he left when he left and he went to Auburn, which is something that I think he's gonna try to. We look forward to him. A team that we play twice a year. Auburn. I don't. Why Auburn? Maybe because they starting point guard. They losing two or three guards, I'm thinking. One of them going to the NFL draft. NFL draft. One of them going to the NBA, again drafted. But I'm wondering, you know what I do want? As a side note, I do want Desi to start this game. I would love to see the Razorbacks play Desi Sills led Auburn team. I want to see that. That would be an entertaining game to watch to me. And not only that, I want Desi, for his self's sake, to prove that he's a bucket, a walking bucket, as he says. He's a walking bucket. I want him to score over 20-something points that game. I want him to do good. Now, do I want him to win? No, I want my Razorbacks to win. But I want to see what develops out of Desi. I want to see him succeed to the point in his mind what he think he can succeed at. Now, granted, next year, I thought Desi was gonna be a big part of the offense coming back next year. A good defensive player. Man, the guy plays hard now. I mean, I haven't seen anybody run to the bucket and get knocked down and put their life on the line in there amongst the big trees like Desi does. It kind of remind me how Allen Iverson, I ain't even saying Desi Sills is on Allen Iverson level, but that fearness factor of Desi Sills is on Allen Iverson level. Like the fearlessness to run in there, get knocked down. I mean, I can't just so many times, and that's how he hurt his shoulder for Arkansas last year. So many times he goes in there and I be holding my breath, like, please don't get hurt on his play, because he jumps without any regards for his body safety for the sport of the game. And I respect that, man, and I respect Desi. And I hope the best for him, but the way he left is not the way to leave. In comparison, you have Ethan Henderson, who I can't remember whether he was a junior going into his senior year. So, Ethan Henderson, the year before this past year, the 2019 season, Ethan Henderson, towards the end of the year, started. That's when we had Mason Jones, Isaiah Joe, Bailey. I mean, we didn't have a true center. We didn't have that much of a size on the inside. Ethan Henderson came in. He did a very good job. At the beginning, it was rocky. Towards the end, he did a good job. Came in, he spent some time, and he began to start at the end of the season. I was like, okay, so he's gonna project better than next year. So 2020 rolls around. Ethan Henderson, I don't know what happened there. Was he not getting a lot of the stuff as fast as you wanted him to? But he waited his turn. He waited to be called on. I'm not Eric Musselman. I'm not the coaching staff. Now, some games I would have preferred Ethan to have started, and I wanted to see him do what he do. I think Ethan is a good ball defender down low. He gives you some athleticism, running the court. A lot of time I would have started Ethan Henderson over Vandover last year. But this guy, he barely seen the floor. He gives us big minutes in the conference playoffs, conference championship, not championship, the SEC tournament. He gives us big minutes. A dunk here, block here, good defensive stops here. I want to say, when Ethan was on the floor, when needed, the team was better than expected. Now, I would have had Ethan and Smith start together, but that's just me. But anyway, I understand Ethan leaving. I understand that. And I understand the guys we got coming in. When Ethan left, he didn't talk about the coaching staff. He didn't blur out that he's a walking bucket. Well, of course, he ain't gonna blur out that he's a walking bucket. He ain't blur out that he was Matumbo. He ain't said that he's a walking brick wall basket blocker. No. You know what he did? He just transferred. He told the coaching staff, thank you for everything that you have done for me. But I'm taking my talents somewhere else. And I appreciate the Arkansas fan base. And guess what? The Arkansas fan base appreciated Ethan. Like, I haven't seen on Twitter where no one, and granted, nobody, now some fans do now, you know, fan is short for fanatic. Nobody bash Ethan. Ethan didn't bash the coaching staff. You saw a lot of love for Ethan. Wished him well. I liked Ethan as well. And I don't know, I guess some of these guys I just have a special place with because of the way they play. But he didn't burn their bridge on his way out. Desi is young. Ethan is young as well. I mean, two different people, two different forms of maturity. But that's how you leave. That's how you transfer. Man, I hate that Desi did that. And then the way, you see the tweet of a coach talking about there's no selfish player when a team wins or some blah stuff like that. It's just like this thing. I don't know what it is. But I wish the best for Desi. And I want this to be an example to anyone else that's going to transfer. Not just here in Arkansas, but all these kids that's transferring nationwide, going different places. Don't burn your bridge, or don't burn the fan base where you just come from, or the coaching staff where you just come from, man. It's just, for some reason, I feel like it just don't put a good look upon you as a player. Then it kind of, and then your personality as to what type of player you are. That's all I have to say about that. I wish the best for Desi. I hope the best for Ethan. And that's just what it will be. Peace.